It's time for Talon Talk with the 2nd Combat Aviation Brigade on AFN the Eagle, serving America's best.
2:07 now on your Wednesday afternoon, which can only mean one thing. Sergeant First Class Vincent Abril from the 2nd Combat Aviation Brigade.
Second to none, son.
Second to none. In the studio with me for Talon Talk on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon. And, you know, Sergeant Abril, you've brought a lot of special guests in the past, but I don't think anyone quite as special as the guest you brought with you today.
That's right, Sergeant Jones. Hey, thanks for having me. Thanks, folks, for tuning in. You know, today is very special because we have our very own T7 Command Sergeant Major Estefan Soto Rosado, who is the 2nd Combat Aviation Brigade Command Sergeant Major. And we talked about him coming on many times, but it all came to fruition today.
Sergeant Major, welcome to Talon Talk. Tell our listeners just a little bit about yourself and how you came to be at 2CAB.
Sergeant Johnson and Sergeant April, once again, I appreciate you guys forcing me to come out of my office. I'll tell you what.
That's how we roll.
I have never seen so persistent non-commissioned officers trying to get job done than you guys. And I'll tell you what, I'm impressed with the way the Air Force work together with the Army. I'm impressed. I guess you guys are always doing something amazing. I like that. And once again, to the Talons out there in Camp Humphreys, I just want you to let you know that I'm not there right now, but I got people watching all the time. So stay focused during this time. So bottom line is, my name is Esteban Soto Rosado. I was born in New York. However, my parents have an amazing idea. They thought that it was best for that family to move to Aguada, Puerto Rico. So here I am, you know.
Saludos.
Saludos a mi gente.
Yeah,
once again, I loved the tradition. And once again, moved to Puerto Rico. I went to college there, and I decided to join the military because I had some friends that decided, hey, Esteban, I tell you what, if you like to travel, and you want to be all you can be, come and join the United States Army. So here I am,
Bam.
28 years in service, and I tell you what, I'm impressed with what the Army has done for me and my family.
I bet it's just flown by those 28 years, Sergeant Major.
I tell you what, every day I'm looking at myself when I'm shaving, I'm still looking like that young 21-year-old man. So Army strong.
I know you can't see him, but folks, check out the 2nd Combat Aviation Brigade Facebook page, and you'll be able to hear this show recorded later on. And, of course, you'll see some photos of us here, too.
Absolutely. And we'll be back to talk more with Command Sergeant Major Soto Rosado about his philosophy for soldiers, some of the things going on around 2CAB, and much more here on Talon Talk. Don't go away.
And now, back to Talon Talk on AFN the Eagle, serving America's best.
2:13 back with a Talon Talk today. A very special edition of Talon Talk with myself. I'm Air Force Staff Sergeant Caitlin Jones, outnumbered as usual on a Wednesday afternoon with a Sergeant First Class Vincent Abril and Command Sergeant Major Esteban Soto Rosado from the 2nd Combat Aviation Brigade.
We're extending the Hispanic Heritage Month. That's it. The Puerto Ricans are in the house. Watch out, everybody. Step aside. No, hey, we're certainly glad to have you, Command Sergeant Major. Thank you so much for coming out because actually this is your show.
Well, this is the soldier show. That's not my show. It is all about the soldiers and families. So
that's what I'm talking
about. Here I
am.
I mean, I don't need no more recognition. You know, everybody wants, once again, every time they see me, Sergeant Major, I want to be like you. I say, okay, why? Well, I see you a Command Sergeant Major. I said, good. You see the glory, but you don't know the story. So here I am. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it definitely, you know, you were talking about being 28 years in the Army now. It's definitely a different Army from probably when you first came in as a young soldier.
Well, I don't think it's being a different Army. It's just being a different generations.
Mm-hmm.
So the Army always will continue to do what they do, and it's to fight, to win wars, and to take care of soldiers and family. And I am telling you right now, I'm very thrilled to serve in this outstanding Army because once again, 28 years ago, the motto was "Be all you can be," and today it is Army Strong. So when you combine those two, hey, it helped me to be who I am today.
You can get an edge on life in the Army as well. And I wanted to ask you while we had you here, so we got you cornered now, Sergeant Major. I wanted to ask you real quick, as far as, the Army and the drawdown that's happening, what do soldiers, you as the senior enlisted advisor of the 2nd Combat Aviation Brigade, I know soldiers are tuning in right now, they want to know they want that advice from you on what they need to do to stay relevant and be, stay in the Army as things happen. What do they have to do to advance in this Army?
Sergeant April, that is an outstanding question. And to all those that are currently listening to this great radio station, I'll tell you this. This is what I did 28 years ago. And I tell you what, and it's still working today because I have used the same philosophy throughout the years. And one of the things that I recommend to all soldiers, number one, go get a pen.
Okay, I got a pen, Sergeant Major.
This will apply even in the civilian world. Number one, you got to stay focused. If you're not focused today, you're going to lose ground. In order for you to be focused, you got to write down what do you want to be or where you want to be in a few days from, a few months, a few years from today.
Absolutely.
If you don't write down your goals, you're not going to make it. So stay focused once again, be disciplined. In order for you to be disciplined, you have to obey all rules. There's no one bigger than the other one and one smaller than the other. Everything is the same. When you're disciplined and when you are in uniform, you got to remember that you are the ambassador of the United States. You're representing the most powerful and lethal army in the United States of America and throughout the country.
Cool, Sergeant Major.
So when you are disciplined in all aspects of a soldier and when you are off duty, once again, everyone is looking at you. And we don't want to be targeted as the undisciplined soldiers or civilian. So another thing, if you're in the Army, as you know, we are Army strong, and that is our new motto. And you got to stay fit. You have to stay fit because you don't know at what time during the day or during the night they're gonna call you to go fight tonight.
Absolutely.
So if you call me right now, I know Camp Humphreys is doing a training right now, and my wife called me, hey, why is the alarm going crazy? I said, wait, we'll fight tonight, get ready, pick up your new packet and move out. But the bottom line is stay fit, because you don't know how long you're gonna be working that day. Maybe you have to go extra mile, and one of the things that I have done for so many years is to stay fit, because it helps me. Every morning when I wake up and do my stuff, I feel good. Doing the physical fitness, I know it hurts, it's tough. I'm like, man, I can't wait to get this done. But you know what? After I'm done, I shower, I eat my breakfast. It feels good. Absolutely. And I feel motivated, full of energy, and I can say that, at my age, which I'm not going to disclose today, but those soldiers in Camp Humphreys that have done PRT with me, you know the deal. You felt it.
Yeah, I don't know if I could keep up there, Sergeant Major. So be focused, be disciplined, stay fit. Those are the Sergeant Major keys to success.
Also, you have to have education. In today's society, you have to be competitive, and you got to be thinking about the market today. Yep. If you're not marketable, there's a lot of people right now that have graduated from different colleges, and they are ready right now they are on the line, ready to go get a job, and here you are. You in the Air Force, in the Army, you have gained a lot of skill sets. Yep. From buffing floors, from doing all kind of stuff.
Lots of experience.
Yes. So you are very flexible and you can make things happen. So you got to go and get educated. So that way you become a better soldier, a better civilian when you get out, and you can do an easy transition. So I recommend for you that if you have not enrolled in college, to do that as soon as possible. So, Army strong.
Absolutely. We'll be back with more Talon Talk, and I'll have your weather forecast next here on AFN Osan the Eagle.
And now, back to Talon Talk on AFN the Eagle, serving America's best.
226 Air Force Staff Sergeant Caitlin Jones back with you here on Talon Talk with the 2nd Combat Aviation Brigade.
Second to none, son.
Second to none. And we have Command Sergeant Major Soto Rosado in the studio with me. And, we talked a little bit, Sergeant Major, last break about just being a good ambassador. And being here in Korea, it's more important than ever to kind of represent the United States and the Army by being good ambassadors here in a foreign country. Can you speak to that and what you kind of give advice to new soldiers that maybe this is their first time in a foreign country?
Of course, I will talk about being an ambassador. Once again, in my opinion, to be a great ambassador, you have to go back to where you come from. As you know, you were instilled some values from your parents, and I know some of you guys didn't have the chance to be raised by your parents, maybe grandparents or uncles, brothers. But the bottom line is, you got to go back to where you come from, and some of those values that were invested in you here when you come to the United States Army or the Armed Forces. We have also some great values, and we go ahead and teach you, coach you through those. That way you can apply those and become a great ambassador and touch and learn the cultures of different nations like we are here in Korea. It is great to be in Korea.
Absolutely.
And I tell you what, I have learned through the years that my background and where I come from has helped me be who I am. And being in Korea, learning the culture with our alliance and our families, have put us together in a bond that make us stronger than before. And I'm telling you, I'm very proud, number one, of my family, my wife, who is the cornerstone of my life, who she's always there to help me, and my parents, and also God. I tell you what, it's been a tremendous help for me. And the good thing about being ambassador is that today in our formation we have great commanders. I tell you what, from Colonel Taylor, all battalion commanders and sergeant majors and first sergeants, company commanders, all the way to the lowest level. We have great ambassadors in our formation. And the good thing is that because we live every day those Army values, and also those I call it homemade values that were taught to us, we can continue to mold our generation to ensure that they live the Army values and they can continue on with the legacy of our nation, and is to serve those that are in need and time of hardships.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And what kind of, what would you say, what's like the 2-cab philosophy on being here in Korea, and just from what you want to see from your soldiers when they're maybe off duty engaging with the local community?
That's a good question. I tell you what, since I got here in Korea, my wife and I and some other soldiers, we are engaging the community. We go out and we do a lot of hiking over the weekends, because I tell you what, hiking, it shows you that out there's some Korean partners, and you learning also by just looking at the way they treat their sons and daughters, their grandchildren. And I encourage every one of you that every weekend go out and experience Korea. The outdoor is so beautiful out there when you're walking around and you get lost and you're trying to, like me, trying to find the next location, and you ask a local guy, how do I get from point A to point B? And he's looking at me like, I don't speak English. So we go back to the hand signal, and it's great, and I love it. And I tell you what, they are very honest, they're very humble people, and I'm proud to be in Korea. And I tell you what, I'm going to take this experience with me to the United States, and I'm going to tell all the friends that were here 25 years ago, hey man, Korea is not the same place that when you were here. Korea has become one of the most exciting assignments, and I challenge everyone to come to Korea and experience the outdoor, the family, and the culture, because Korea really, really is doing something great for their nation.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Sergeant Major. We'll be back with some shout outs here on Talon Talk next.
And now, back to Talon Talk on AFN the Eagle, serving America's best.
2:36 now on your Wednesday afternoon, and I gotta tell you, Sergeant Abril,
Hey.
Sergeant Major,
Whoa.
it's been just a blast hanging out with you.
It's always a
two
pleasure to
today.
be with you too, Sergeant Jones.
Absolutely.
You are truly America's best, serving
Army
Americans
strong.
best. Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. And
She's
now,
doing something amazing.
Yes, ma'am.
and Sergeant Abril's favorite part of the show, it is time for our shout
Shout-outs!
Woo, woo.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Since we will yield to our very honorable and special guest today, Command Sergeant
Well
Major
said, man.
Soto Rosato, do you have anybody over in Cab, Camp Humphreys, in your family that you just want to say, hey, what's up? Good job. Keep on keeping on.
You only have over 2,000 soldiers, to take care
Roger,
of.
yes. I mean, I really want to go by everyone and give them a shout out. But bottom line is, number one, I'd like to give a shout out to my wife, beautiful Melissa, Miss Puerto Rico.
Melissa.
Melissa, I love you. Anyway, I want to give a shout to my drivers, Specialist
My man.
Specialist Rangel and Sergeant Calhoun. And I know Sergeant Alexander,
Hey,
you're
guys.
probably listening too, so thank you very much for keep me online and keeping up with my schedule. And also, I'd like to give a great shout out to Sergeant First Class Knox, the best CG mess runner-up of the fourth quarter. She was recognized. Rotor wash in 2-2 K16.
Tutu assault.
I know
Wild
they-
cards.
And also Talon Cafe. I mean, we are right now have one of the best dining facilities in the peninsula, and they also are deserving my shout out to Specialist Amayu. He's the winner for the division chef of the quarter too. So
Oh, congratulations,
great people,
man.
and I'm telling you, I'm excited. I loved my dining facility because once again, I get nothing but the top-notch NATO Gulf soldiers that can cook. I feel like I'm back home again. So
Yeah.
Absolutely.
but once
The
again,
award-winning Talon Cafe.
Award. You said it right. A lot of hard workers over there.
Yes, they
Hands
are.
down.
yes, they are.
Absolutely.
But once again, Talon, thank you very much for listening today. This great, outstanding radio station. Hopefully, you guys don't shut me down. Invite me again.
You're welcome back anytime, Sergeant Major.
Anytime,
Absolutely.
anytime.
So thank you and have a great, outstanding day. Don't forget this week, tomorrow we have the 2ID ball, so go out there and have fun.
Yeah.
And once again, over the weekend, think about being ambassador. Show who you are by doing what's right, even if no one is looking at you. Once again, thank you. God bless you. Talon 7, it's out.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Sergeant Abril, your
Thanks,
shout
Sergeant
outs
Major.
for today.
I'm talking about. Hey, I got to give a quick shout out to some of the great folks. So first, I want to give a quick shout out to the guy standing right to my right, Command Sergeant Major Estefan Soto Rosado, the 2nd Combat Aviation Brigade Command Sergeant Major, who came here today on the Talon Talk show. Folks, tune into a shout out to you. Thanks for tuning in every Wednesday at 1400 hours, same place, same time. Really appreciate it. Quick shout out to 4th Attack Reconnaissance Battalion for winning the volunteer unit of the quarter. For the USAG Humphreys Volunteerism Award last night. They did a great job. Shout out to you folks. It was fun watching Lieutenant Colonel Lynn DeSaulnier get that award. He had a big grin on his face, so super shout out to him. And I also want to give a shout out to you, Sergeant Jones. Thanks for having us as always.
Thank you so much. And my shout outs today just to all the soldiers of the 2nd Combat Aviation Brigade. Second to none.
Second to none, son.
You guys always make me feel so welcome, make me feel like I really am part of the 2CAB team.
You are.
Ditto.
On Talon Talk. Sergeant Major, thank you so much. Like I said, our house is your house.
Mi casa,
Thank you.
su casa.
Thank you. I was waiting for the translation from Sergeant Abril. He's got my back, my battle there.
I got you.
You're welcome back anytime, sir. Thank you so much for joining us today on
Thank
Talon
you.
Talk.
Super job.
That was Talon Talk with the 2nd Combat Aviation Brigade on AFN the Eagle, serving America's best.